And I prefer not to die of hyperthermia today, so, you know. Yeah, you know, just not feeling it. Oh, my ass is wet.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the abrupt end on that part 1 video. We got back to the hotel, went into town, and grabbed some dinner, had a few drinks, came back, and basically just passed out. So I completely forgot to end that last video. But anyways, so today is the day where we are going to ride the $1 Million Highway. The ultimate goal of this trip was to check out this highway and to see if it lives up to the name. So that's what we're doing today. Just getting ready, getting our bikes ready. Gonna head into town, grab some coffee real quick before heading up there. The weather is fairly warm today, but it's still cooler than it was the last couple of days, and there's a chance of rain, but hopefully that doesn't come in until later and we get to enjoy these views while it's nice and sunny. Anyways, onward. So it rained a little bit last night, got a little dirt on the bike, so I feel like it's officially broken in now.
All right, let's grab some coffee.
We didn't take long grabbing some coffee and breakfast as we were both eager to head out and finally get on the $1 Million Highway. It didn't take long for us to be stunned by the incredible views. Highway is a stretch of Highway 550 between Ouray and Silverton that weaves through the San Juan Mountains, a small part of the Rockies. I wasn't able to find out exactly why it's called the $1 Million Highway, but there are a few disputed tales, ranging from the cost of construction to the amount of gold ore that is to be found in the dirt used to fill the road. But to me, the views you get from this road are definitely worth way more than $1 million because they were absolutely breathtaking. Soon we reach the town of Silverton, a quaint little place nestled in between the mountains that will have you believing you stumbled upon a movie set. The stretch between Ouray and Silverton is only 25 miles, but it can take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to ride, depending on road conditions, the amount of traffic, and how often you decide to stop to admire the views, which, trust me, is most likely going to be pretty often.
Lone Spur Cafe. Yeah. This is a historic downtown. This looks cool.
We just made it to the town of Silverton on the other side of the $1 Million Highway, and what a beautiful road. That was one of the most incredible roads I have ever seen in general, period. And the views as we were approaching, or as we got out of Ouray and headed onto the highway, were just incredible. And look at this town. This is like, I feel like I'm in the Wild West. I feel like I'm in a movie here. It's colorful, it's vibrant, and it's just surrounded by mountains on each side. There. We're gonna sit here for a little bit, grab probably some more coffee and a bite to eat, and then continue on to Durango in a little bit.
We initially planned for Silverton to be a pit stop on our way further south to the town of Durango, about another hour away. Right as we were planning to leave though, something we did not expect happened.
Okay, so we stopped in the town of Silverton, like I said earlier, to grab some lunch, and now it's snowing. So we're gonna figure out if we're gonna try and continue down to Durango or head back towards Ouray, because yeah, we're definitely not equipped to ride in the snow, and we expected rain, but not snow. So we're gonna wait here for a little bit and see what happens.
Okay, so got a bit of a change of plans here. We were planning on riding all the way down to Durango, but the weather is not looking good for the rest of the day. So we decided just to ride out of Silverton for a second and then head back to Ouray, because you don't want to risk getting stuck in like a heavy rainstorm or anything, even though it's clearing up now, so we might actually be good. But we'll ride down towards Durango, just maybe halfway or so, and see what's going on, and then figure it out from there, because we don't want to ride back in bad weather and when it's getting dark and colder. So let's see how it goes, huh?
The more we rode, the more worried we got about the looming clouds on the horizon, and for it to potentially get colder, so we decided to take a minute and figure out our next step.
It is snowing.
So we stopped for a minute to assess the situation, and the weather kind of goes in and out, so we're going to ride a little bit further towards our Durango and see how it is, and kind of hope for the best.
Eventually, we made a decision, and it was to turn around. We were a bit upset to not make it as far as we wanted to, but we also felt good knowing that we put our safety and our well-being first, as these were unfamiliar roads and rapidly changing weather conditions that we weren't quite exactly prepared for. We got worried that the snow would get worse and we wouldn't be able to make it back to Ouray, so we decided to play it safe.
Okay, there's a big old cloud back there. So we decided to actually, for real this time, turn around and head back to Ouray because we didn't want to be stuck in whatever storm might be coming.
Once again, we got to enjoy the beautiful views between Silverton and Ouray, and eventually made it back to town, a little cold and very, very hungry.
Alright, so we made it back into town, back to Ouray, and yeah, we ultimately made the decision to turn back because the weather was getting much worse. It got windier. It did snow a little bit on the way back as well. So we feel pretty good about our decision, and just didn't feel like it was worth risking getting stuck somewhere or getting caught in a really bad storm and just not being able to make it back to our hotel. Anyways, we're back here. We're going to grab some food, and I think I'll just wrap this up here because we're pretty much done. I don't know what's on my shirt. Next morning we're just heading back to Utah. So anyways, hope everybody enjoyed this adventure. It was a good adventure. We saw a lot of good stuff and just had a really good time, and hopefully you enjoyed watching it, and I enjoyed sharing it with you, everyone. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time.